Hello, hello. Welcome to the awful and awesome entertainment trap. I'm Abhinandan Sekhri.
And I'm Nainika.
And Rajshri Sen is somewhere in the Maldives swimming in those powder white
Indian Ocean.
beaches.
Yes.
Yeah. And so the sharks should beware.
You cracked this joke the last time.
I did?
Yes. She was in Sri Lanka and you were joking about the fact that the shark should be scared.
Oh my god.
So, you
I've
keep...
become such an uncle that not only do I repeat the joke, I actually think it's the first time I'm cracking it.
Yes.
Okay, damn. So the tuna should beware. And the barracuda. Let me change it a little bit. We will be reviewing Shabaash Mithu, which is a feature film, 2 series, a music album, a Punjabi song that Jude picked. So I have a few things to say to Jude. And an ad on 75 years of India's independence.
Yes.
So a lot of good stuff.
Yes. A lot of good stuff.
So let's start with Shabaash Mithu.
Okay.
Which is a film by Srijit Mukherjee. It's just a waste of my time and I'm very disappointed with Jude. Because he had set up the watch list, unless it was you.
It wasn't me. He asked me to watch it as well.
So Jude, I don't know whether Rajshri has bribed you. She has said that when I'm gone, make sure you waste more of his time. I am amazed that the watch list that you set up for this week, oh my god, there should have been some redeeming feature.
I'll tell you something. Before Awful and Awesome, I did not used to watch stuff as much. But now I do because, if I have to come and talk about it or if somebody asks me to watch something for it. So before this, I never really realized how terrible the quality of a lot of these things is. If they go under the radar, it's likely that they're very poorly produced or not thought out enough, and which is why when you're exposed to content, you realize how much of it is bad. You're actually trawling through mud
and
to
not
find
even
something.
Written, I think, by a serious writer.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think a script writer
would ever do something like that.
Yeah. It's a film which starts off with the disclaimer that it is inspired by the events of Mithali Raj's life, who was the Indian cricketer, but bear no resemblance to anyone living or dead. It's everything fictitious. Other than that, it is inspired by her. So I don't understand that concept.
Exactly. If it's a biopic, it should be an actual biopic.
Yeah, either it's a biopic or it's not a biopic. It's inspired by her life, but everything is fictionalized. I mean, her brother's shown to be a complete prick. Her grandmother's shown to be a horrible person. I don't know how Mithali Raj signed off on that. Her teammates are all horrible. Her captain is horrible. Everyone is a super dick. Anyway, I have lots to say, but it's basically this girl from middle class, not very uncomfortable, but not very rich family either, who is naturally gifted, and they show her from the age of 4 and through montages, which is the laziest and most uncreative way of telling a story, grows up to be...
Telling a sports biopic specifically.
In the 80s, they used to do it like in Pukar, Ronnie, Rajkumar, Ronnie, and Amitabh Bachchan is getting beaten up, he gets up and he's an adult. The 70s and 80s, Mithun will jump off a bridge, he lands on a train, he's an adult.
We're going back to times as bad
it is such crap devices I use, it is like watching and at least those people had Amitabh Bachchan and also you could tolerate that shit. These people I'm just saying, so it's a story about her life and that how women's cricket is treated like shit. So it had some very good messages, but they made a hash of it.
I think the problem with the movie is they wanted to talk about, how women's sports is neglected in India. And they did not have to do it through the lens of Mithali Raj's life. They could have chosen, with sports biopic, I feel like people have gotten very lazy because it's formulaic, but the formula works, right? With most sports biopics, you have this thing where it's okay, what are the emotions that you're going for? It's it over-indexes on glory, on honor, on team spirit, on overcoming, difficulties, which is emotionally, it's something that you can get invested in. Exactly. It's something you can get invested in very quickly emotionally, which is why it's this formula people tend to rely on to make sports biopics. But also just, it doesn't come from any earnestness. They mix 3-4 plot points together. Either you focus on Mithali Raj's life, where they sort of induce these hardships that didn't need to, exist or not. I don't know. Because I do not know the extent of how much of it is truth or not. But
going
it's
by
gotten
the
so
opening
lazy.
slate, very little.
So lazy. It was bad to look at. It was disrespectful to Mithali Raj. Even in the montages where she's supposed to look as powerful, or she's sticking it to the man, or she's standing up against patriarchy, Taapsee Pannu comes across as whiny. And she's not a bad actress, I think.
Yeah, in this she was walked through the whole film. She just had this one...
Exactly, one sad expression.
I've got a headache, I'm hungover. Throughout, there was no. That was her expression.
There was this one scene where she's, going up to the cricket board and it's like, you do not support the women as much. And even then, it's supposed to like, I don't know, rile you up or something. And she just looks like she's whining, she's sad, and I'm just like, it was bad to look at. And as people have gotten very lazy with sports biopics, right? Because it's very easy to work with. It's easy material to work with. So people think that, anything works. Like you look at Moneyball, I think, of all the sports-related movies in the past, I feel like is the only one that actually got creative. Have you watched Moneyball?
Is it about that Mallu football player?
No, that...
George Money?
No, that Brad Pitt.
Moneyball. अंकल जोक बेटा आज अंकल जोक मिलेंगे आपको खाने में शाम को चाय के साथ निको के अंकल
जोक. That's fine.
The one thing that you really notice is, unlike in the Dhoni film with Sushant Singh Rajput, where Sushant Singh actually looks like a professional cricket player. He clearly learned.
Oh yeah.
Here Taapsee Pannu looks nothing like, even her basic strokes are
was very lazy filmmaking, very lazy filmmaking. And I think this is like something that is bothering me, like with OTT really catching on and people not like wanting to go to theaters and people not having the disposable income to go to theaters. It's just that is these the kind of movies that we're going to get for like a really long time, which sounds very bleak to me. But anyway, let's talk about, do you like sports biopics?
I do, but I have 4 more points.
Let me talk for a bit.
Okay, go ahead.
You love monologuing so much. I was going to ask, do you like sports biopics? Do you have opinions on them? Do you have a favorite sports biopic?
But until you've exhausted your notes, you shouldn't.
No, absolutely not. You should be able to improvise.
Let me think. So now you tell us on the stuff that I haven't watched. That is Sandman.
So Sandman was this serialized comic written by Neil Gaiman. Do you know Neil Gaiman?
No.
Okay, so he's written American Gods, Coraline.
No.
Okay. He's an...
I know Tintin, Asterix and Obelix,
okay.
Mad Magazine.
I love Asterix. But yeah, Neil Gaiman. So he, like, American Gods and Coraline are novels, but Sandman is one of those things that he wrote as like a serialized comic, and it was published by DC.
He's a superhero.
No, it's not. It's like more like a fantasy series. So the lead character is Morpheus. He's the embodiment of like dreams. He's like... not the god of, but like, he controls, he's the entity that controls dreams in humans. So this novel, like the serialized novel, ran from 1989 to 1993. And then now it's been adapted. Like, the conversation about adapting it was going on for really long. And they adapted it now. I think it holds up quite well. Like, I haven't read Sandman. I've read I've read American Gods by Neil Gaiman, and I really liked it. I think he's an excellent author. He's brilliant at world building. So like, the source material was so good that I don't think they could have, like, if they really decided to screw it up, they would have.
So he's not a superhero?
No, it's not a superhero. His superpower is that, that he controls dreams.
Sandman's?
Yeah. No, Sandman is...
Morpheus?
Yes.
So why is he called Sandman?
Because he has sand with him.
So,
he has a pouch of sand with him.
And that is important because?
It's like one of his talismans. Like, he has a ruby that has magical powers. His sand has magical powers. So, but anyway, it holds up quite well. I think this season they've heavily invested on like world building.
Oh, they're earlier seasons?
No, this, as in they will have more in the future for sure. So this one has heavily invested in world building, and I think it's really I like fantasy in general. And it's a very difficult to adapt source material, like say Lord of the Rings, right? Difficult to adapt because the settings are so larger than life, but it still holds up. And I think but I really like the guy who's in the lead, who plays Morpheus, the
Lawrence Fishburne.
No, Tom Sturridge. No, not this Sandman.
He also plays Morpheus.
Yeah, yes.
In Matrix.
No, he did not play anything in the Matrix.
Who? Morpheus was...
No, not this Morpheus.
Yeah, but there's another...
Okay, there's another Morpheus, yes.
Lawrence
Matrix.
Matrix. First of all, you're not to say Matrix. You have to say Matrix like that.
Say it once.
Say Matrix. Like, you have to do Matrix. Try. Come on. It's all an illusion.
On. I feel like Tom's...
Matrix. You can't do Matrix.
No, I can't.
She's trapped.
Unfortunately,
She's trapped in the
I'm trapped in like an inferior system of measurement. So I cannot graduate to metric
system.
The metric system. But yeah, adaptation's quite true to source material. I feel like, even though it's good, I think like it could have even been better if you had somebody at the helm who was really obsessed with the source material. Like, who's the guy who directed Lord of the Rings, the original? Peter Jackson? Do you like Lord of the Rings?
Can't stand it.
What?
Hate.
Oh.
I mean, I don't understand that character. Hey, precious, so precious.
Golem?
And I fucking Golem, huh?
Yeah,
Golem is like, what is the guy's deal? Then someone tells he used to be a good guy, then became a bad guy. Then
Yeah, because he was under the power of the ring for so
if you want to
long.
make something so complicated,
It's not complicated. Have you never been corrupted by strong, powerful forces beyond your comprehension?
no.
Okay.
That is a Newslaundry's idealist's paradise.
So you think your moral compass will absolutely never be corrupted?
No, it's very corrupt. No, that's not the point.
So you should sympathize with Smeagol.
No, I'm not sympathizing. All I'm saying is I've tried watching Jodie Potter, I was about to say. Harry Potter. I've tried watching Harry Potter and I've tried watching Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
I've tried reading both.
Okay.
Neither can I read them, neither can I watch them. But carry on. You can celebrate this August by buying the Newslaundry hamper. We have special August discounts, Independence Day discounts. They're on till the 20th of August. So click on the link below, or you can go to www.newslaundry.com/independence-day-offer. But it's easy if you just click on the link below. We also have special offers on subscriptions during this period. So it's the best time to gift someone something of value, which is nice, our t-shirts, our mugs and stuff, but it also supports journalism. So please click on the link below and subscribe and pay to keep news free, because our reporters are out there doing a lot of good stories. In fact, this week we have some amazing stories. Check them out. I think the two NL Sena project from Madhya Pradesh and from Rishikesh have also gone up on the Godman who has become a gazillionaire. So check that out. And we also have a subscription discount for Awful and Awesome Entertainment Wrap. I want to actually ask our audience, and this will be outside the paywall.
Oh.
We are planning this year or maybe early next year, we want to start a curated holiday. That means from airport to airport or railway station to railway station, from wherever you come is our responsibility. But either me or Manisha or Atul or Nidhi, we will lead a team of 20, 30 to places we're really familiar. Like I've shot several episodes of TV shows and a documentary in Ladakh. I know that place really well. I know parts of Northeast really well because of how often I've shot there. Atul will lead the team to Banaras. So we are planning like 4-5 day holiday packages where we will do one evening will be a dinner with a politician or someone, an intellectual from that space, and you can have a very exclusive, cozy interaction. A photography walk, let's say through Chandni Chowk with some very well-known photographers who we're talking to. Would you be interested in that? Please write to me at abhinandansekhri@gmail.com. I repeat, abhinandansekhri@gmail.com. We're thinking of starting the first one from Delhi. Like we'll do a food walk, with Rocky, for example. Rocky and me were at Rocky. So he's here. He'll lead the food walk there. Then we'll do a photography walk. Then we'll do one evening dinner. And it will be led by two people. Led in the sense that we will just give you we are the guides. Raju guide. Kal tak aap lagti thi. You won't get the joke because this is from Guide Devanand. So
no, I got the joke, but it wasn't funny.
So would you be interested in which is the place you'd like to visit? But these are going to be expensive because they have to fund our journalism. But three things can be sure of. Trust that the cab guy won't fuck off somewhere and no one's landing up. It is going to be planned like we plan our shoots, like we used to plan our television shows. You'll have the most interesting experience. And the most important, the Newslaundry community gets to even interact physically with each other. So, Newslaundry is trying to do a lot of things. So, this show is not the journalism bit. That's all. Abhinandansekhri@gmail.com. Write to me and tell me if you would participate in this. It is going to be more expensive than just a regular holiday, but it'll be worth it. Oh, and we're going to cut this. That's all for the video bit. The rest is audio only. But before we end the video bit, I would like to know what you thought of this other thing that I haven't watched, which is the Beyonce's Renaissance album.
I love the album. Ever since it's released, I have not listened to anything else. It's so good.
Is there a video?
No, I mean the whole album.
No, but is there a music video?
She's released lyrical videos, but she will start releasing like proper videos as well, because the last album that she released, Lemonade, It was very visual in nature, so it was accompanied by like music videos that were like like anthologies, stories of their own. This one's more about the audio aspect of it, and it's good. See, so like with Beyonce, right? Whatever she produces, it's so watertight. The production is so perfect. It's so like every last single detail it is thought of because that's just the kind of person she is. When she was a child, her father was, molding her to become like a pop singer. He used to make her sing while running like track and, like those
My
runs
God, her
around the
lungs
track
must be so strong.
in heels so that she could
That's a
dance
bit
and
much. Are you
perform
sure?
and sing in heels. Yes. He was like, you should be able to sing on stage, dance while wearing
Is
the
Rajshri
outfit.
in your earpiece?
No, I'm genuinely telling you it's true. Why would I lie about something like that? And
Because it's very implausible that
It's
the father would make
not.
his daughter run in heels
Yes.
and sing.
Oh God, it is true.
She's married to Jay-Z, right?
She is married to Jay-Z.
So,
So in the Beyonce like fandom community, they really dislike Jay-Z.
oh really?
Yeah.
But Jay-Z has a really talented brother who, he was just so unmotivated. He just didn't make it as a producer.
Who
Lazy. That's all the video we have. Baki audio mein beta. Audio mein aa jao. Chalo, audio.
We, being an independent platform, depend on our readers, viewers, and listeners. Support independent media by subscribing to Newslaundry. Go to newslaundry.com, click on the subscribe button at the top, and pay to keep news free.